Tell us about your website, playqb.com, and tell us what you guys are about.
Thanks, Jeff. We have Daron, Bryden, and Todd Krueger. I am a private quarterback coach up here in the Northeast. I have a website called playqb.com. I've been lucky enough to work with some great youth organizations. I was a quarterback coach for Football University, and I coached in their Army All-American game in San Antonio. I've also coached, current coach with junior rank. Coached their Youth All-American game down in Phoenix, Arizona. And so I've been lucky enough to do some great youth things. I also do football camps for junior rank during the summer.
What are some main coaching points that youth football coaches should focus on when they are working with their quarterbacks?
Well, I've been lucky enough to work with some great NFL coaches that I've coached camps with them, and so I'm a strong believer. When you start with the young kids, you can start them on the NFL-style fundamentals. And correct ball position, what we call pep pocket, the correct throwing motion, a little bit over the top, using their body, not using so much as rotator cuff, but a rotational throw with their hips and shoulders around. The most important thing is what's the quarterback's job on the pass play? Throw completions, and to do that you have to be accurate. And to have good accuracy, you've got to have good footwork.
All right, here we go. Here we go.
What are some intangibles needed to be a successful quarterback?
Well, we're talking at the youth level. I would say the willingness to practice. All right, make sure that you have the correct fundamentals, the correct techniques, so that what you're practicing is correct, and to be coachable. You always want to listen to what the coach says. And last thing, you can't ever give up. You've got to have that tenacity to just keep trying, because in football there's going to be failure. I don't care at the youth level, at the high school level, at the pro level, college level. You have setbacks, you have bad games, you might throw interceptions, but you got to stay positive and keep going forward.
What is the best pregame warm-up for a quarterback?
A lot of times the quarterbacks get very excited. So what I like to do is make sure they have enough warm-up throws before the game, so they take a little bit of that edge off, so they're not all pumped up, to actually get rid of some of that pent-up energy that they have. We like to go and make sure we have enough warm-up throws, go through all the different throws that they might throw in a game, do some of the drops that they're going to do in the game, and so just kind of prepare in a small scale what might happen during the game.
What are some common mistakes that youth football quarterbacks make?
Well, the one thing, and we'll talk about it when we go on the field, but a lot of times I see if they hold the football, they actually want to stand up, they actually hold the ball up above their shoulders. So if you turn from behind, turn around, and if he holds the ball up here, and I'm a linebacker, I can come right away and take it. All right. The other thing is, if he holds the ball above his shoulders and he goes to scramble, the first thing he's going to do is going to drop the ball to run. Okay, and then if he decides to throw, he's going to bring it back up. So he's going to be going like this, up and down. You don't see any NFL quarterback doing that.
Many youth football teams use rollout passing plays. What techniques do you suggest that coaches really work on for having their quarterback throwing around?
Good question, Jeff. I'm a strong believer. I coach in high school, and I've coached these all-star games. I think a rollout, a sprint out are great. I would strongly recommend putting a rollout to your right, a rollout to your left, a play action and a bootleg back to your right, a play action, so you have at least 4 scramble type plays. One, if your line isn't that good, it gives your quarterback another chance. If you have an athletic quarterback, he can have a run pass. All right. If he's not doesn't have a strong arm yet, if you bootleg him, he's right-handed, bootlegs or sprints out to the right, it cuts the throwing distance down. So it gives you a triple option. You might have a guy short, you might have a guy long, and he can run. So I'm a strong believer. And when you do throw the sprint out or the rollout, you want to make sure that the quarterback, when so he's running this way, but when he throws, he wants to get his shoulders and chest square to his target. And so it's the same thing going to his left. If he's going this way, before he turns, he's got to square his shoulders, get his belly button and his chest towards his target.
What can youth football quarterbacks do during the offseason to improve their overall quarterback skills?
Well, we're here today. We're in a beautiful indoor facility. We're going to have about 35 kids training, and it's to practice. You know, once you've got all the drills out, Daron's a prime example. He's very, very skilled for his age, and he practices anywhere from 3 to 5 days a week. So you've got to practice your craft, whatever that is. If you're a quarterback, you've got to do throws. When you're younger, I wouldn't recommend throwing that many throws, no more than 100 throws in a workout, anywhere from 50, but you can work on your footwork, you can work on your drops.
You have trained many successful quarterbacks of all different ages. What characteristics do all the great ones have in common?
Well, one, they're coachable. Two, they're resilient. We talked about a little bit before that you're going to have interceptions, your team's going to have fumbles, you're going to lose a football game here or there. And how do you respond to adversity? You go into a shell, and can you be a leader? Are you a hard worker? All those things, that's the great thing about sports, the great thing about football. It teaches you hard work, discipline, strategy, teamwork. All those skills are life skills.
Everything,
those
social
are great,
skills, so many benefits.
So that's the great thing. I love what you guys are doing here with Youth Football Online, is that all those skills you're learning in sports, whether it's football or another sport, are transferable to life skills.